Thanks to the support as a channel member, Captain Fighting Peacock. It's the best day on the footballing calendar. It is FA Cup first round proper time. And we need to win because we would like to keep progressing and making some money, because I may have renewed the contracts of all our attacking midfield three, and we're quite far over our wage budget now because they're all quite good and all wanting a lot of money. Hello and welcome to part 5 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have our FA Cup first round tie against Tunbridge, and also we are away against Chester in the National League North. Since you were last with me, just the 3 league games, we've continued scoring lots of goals and also conceding them here and there as well. We're not conceding as many as we're scoring, and that's the most important thing. So the league table looks like that, much stronger than we ever thought possible at this stage of the season. We've got the 3 best players in the league on average rating, the 2 top assist makers. We actually share the goals around, so we don't have anyone in the top 3 for top goal scorer, but this attacking midfield 3 are something else and have all had new contracts. You can see the 3 of them, Finn, Akwe and Shakuna, all here for at least 1 more year. In fact, Finn signed a 3-year contract. As he was signing the contract, Hartlepool actually came in and offered us £2,500 for him. They're in the league above us, and because they're still in non-league, not subject to a transfer window, but we were able to get him to tie himself down to that deal. £200 a week with all kinds of clauses and bonuses. And they've basically all got that same deal with all the clauses, all the bonuses. They're all on a 50% promotion bonus. There's money being thrown at these 3 boys, but I mean, how could you not? The average ratings, I mean, Creaney would presumably be the next one. The only reason I haven't thrown money at Creaney yet is because he's 29. So we need to see how he gets on over the course of the season. But I mean, he's been very good so far. The question mark over him, if we go up, and we have to start thinking in terms of if we go up, we're 8 points clear at the top of the league. If we go up, will a 30-year-old Dan Creaney be able to step up to the National League for the first time in his entire career? And that's the one question mark that's stopping me extend his contract just yet. But the other 3 of the 4, I mean, they're our 4 highest average rated players. They're the 4 highest when we sort by ability. If we look at who's scoring the goals, I mean, Shakuna's got 11, Creaney 9, Akwe 8, Cullinan Lieber's actually in with 5. Finn's only got 5 goals of his own, but is the top assists maker, 10 for him. Milnes has actually done really well with 8 from central midfield, and then Akwe with 6, Shakuna with 6. These 4 boys, oh my word, these 4 boys. But because of the extra contracts, it's put us well over our wage budget. So we're now trying to shift a few more players out. First out the door was Lyndon Michael. Not quite sure how you'd say this guy's name. We only ever used him once. And then he's gone to Dunstable, who are actually paying him more than we were to play down in the non-playables. We're then also, I feel like a monster for this one, Jazz Singh, who is 1 game away from being the all-time record appearance holder for Tamworth. I mean, he's obviously lost his place to the new boy coming in goal. It's a lot of money to be paying to someone who's just going to sit on our bench, especially when that someone is he was the only team leader we had. He's actually dropped down to highly influential players. He was our vice captain. We've taken that off of him and given that to Moyo. But Singh is on his way out, I think. We've accepted an offer from Wimbledon for him, an actual money offer from Wimbledon for him to go there and presumably be their backup goalkeeper, but that would leave him 1 game short of being our all-time record appearance holder. We are ruthless. But, you know, we've got to pay for these boys. And you can see just how many of the other players are on the transfer list and we're trying to get shot of. Obviously, we don't have a very big squad to be able to afford to do that. So the plan is get all the fringe players out and then try and bring some cheap young fringe players back in again. I'm not necessarily trying to do anything to the first 11. The first 11 has been great and we have been very lucky so far to not pick up any injuries apart from Creaney missing a couple of matches. But those fringe boys, they're on a lot of money because of how low our budgets are. Why am I going into the match? I haven't introduced. I mean, you know who the team is. I guess that's why I can go into the match. You're fully aware of who the starting 11 is. It's the same starting 11 that started pretty much every match. Creaney's back in. So let's go and play Tunbridge, who are looking for promotion of their own from the National League South. It's very much a winnable game in the FA Cup. The fans haven't quite taken to this one the way they took to Kidderminster in the previous round when we were almost maxed out for capacity here at the Lamb. We've got less than half full for this one, so I'd like to think we can pick up a win. Has Shakuna won a penalty there? He hasn't. He's been clattered. I'd like to think we can grab ourselves a spot in the second round and then hopefully continue our pursuit of money, because it all comes back to money at this level. We need this cup run to make money. We need to get rid of the fringe players to make money. We'll bring in cheap young fringe players because they're cheap and don't cost a lot of money. We've got to somehow balance the books whilst continuing to push for promotion, because I mean, I know that wasn't the goal at the start of the season, but I think if at any point during a season you find yourselves 8 points clear at the top of the league, your goal for the season changes, and we are now very much, my tie's not straight, we are now very much looking for promotion this season, and a cup run would go a long way towards letting us bring in a couple of extra players just to fill some gaps if we do get any injuries. Like I say, we've been very lucky so far, but you can only ride your luck for so long, and if we were to lose someone like Finn, for example, we'd be in serious bother. Creaney there, who's the only one who's had any time out injured so far. That's his 10th goal of the season. I feel a little bit harsh not extending his contract as well, but you know what I'm like in Football Manager. Am I really going to throw a bag of cash at a 30-year-old? Why is he rolling? Is that Shakuna? Oh my word. Shakuna's doing press-ups. He's even more of a legend. I thought he was properly injured there. I don't think he's injured at all. He was just doing some press-ups for us, and the non-league James Ward-Prowse steps up from the edge of the area, and that's why he's got that name, everybody. He is. I've never known a set-piece taker like him in non-league. That's why he's got as many assists as he has. You saw it when we were looking through the squad a minute ago. He's playing in defensive midfield, but he takes the corners, he takes the free kicks. He has got a wand of a right foot, and this squad, I've said it in previous episodes, I'll keep saying it. It doesn't surprise me how well Tamworth are doing in real life. They don't have a massive amount of depth, but this front 4-5, if you include Milnes, far too good. Far too good for this level. I am very much looking forward to seeing these boys in person at the weekend, because I am going to be at the Tamworth match this Saturday. So if you are local to the Tamworth area, you want to come down and say hello, come down and say hello. I'm going to be there. I'll do a match day vlog, so I'll put that on the channel probably Sunday, Monday time. You'll see us. You'll see what it's actually like hanging out at the Lamb. But I'm really excited to see these boys and see if they're as good as they are in game, because if they're as good as I think they are, based on what we've done, I'm going to see some goals on Saturday, and it's going to be absolutely delightful. But we're 2-0 up. I forgot who we were playing. Tunbridge are on the attack, but they're not able to keep the header down. It remains 2-0, and this is relatively comfortable so far. I mean, XG-wise, there's very little separating the two teams. It is just the additional quality of our attacking players has got us ahead in the match. Right, I'm going to take Aquay off, who's not had the best of games today. I think Kai Williams is actually a left winger. He is. So he's one who is on the transfer list, because we've not really had the reason to use him yet. He doesn't get onto that bench. When you've only got 5 substitutes and one of them has to be a goalkeeper because FM24 things, I haven't really tried out some of these fringe players. So we'll have a look at Williams today. Shakuna's going to come off as well. And again, Jamie Jellis is another one who we've not really had a chance to actually look at, but he is another attacking midfielder. So let's see if he's any good. Are we allowed 5 substitutions now? We're in the first round. Oh, we can do loads. We're going to make a triple change with 10 minutes to go. We're cruising. Let's rest some players. That's how fancy we are now. Cullinane Liebird can have a little bit of a rest. Idahen can go out to right back. Matt Curley can come on at right back, and we'll take off Kennedy, and Riley can come on for him. 5 substitutions. It's like we're in the Premier League. What a luxury situation this is. And what a good performance this has been from us today, by the way. Never in doubt. And this is a team who are playing at the same level as us, so equivalent league, also pushing for promotion. And it's been very comfortable all the way through. We've never really got out of second gear, never had to. And I would like to think the reward we'll get for this will be that big away game in the second round that I feel like we deserve. I would like a big pile of cash, please. Of course, the other thing that's at the back of the mind is if we get another comfortable game in the second round, the possibility to make like £1 million in the third round is there. So that would be, I mean, look at that. Look at the money. We're now up to 350,000. So we've made another £100,000 from that round, just from gate receipts and prize money. And now we're in the hat again. Please, can we have a big draw? Here we go then. FA Cup second round draw. First, though, round of applause for Jazz Singh, who is going to be moving on. Doesn't actually leave until the 1st of January. So I think at some point before the 1st of January, we will give him that one appearance that he needs to become the all-time record appearance holder. Is he on the club legends list? He's not. But you know what? Let him break the record. Probably. Maybe. We'll see how we're going. But for now, let's go and get the big draw. Derby, Reading. Yeah, we'll take either of those. Definitely away from home. Steve Bruce is doing the draw for us. Come on, Steve. Give us a. We'll take this one. Barnsley away. That'll do. We'll have that. No. Stockport, we don't really want. Bromley, I mean, we definitely don't want a team like that away from home. If we have to be at home, that's the kind of team we want because it gives us a chance for the third round. But we don't want to go away from home to a team that's a little bit better than us and we won't make any money from. There you go. We've avoided that one. Cambridge away again. They've got no fans. There's no. I mean, that's as a Peterborough fan. That's an interesting little tie. Salford away would be pointless. Cheltenham and yeah, we don't want this. See, we've avoided that. That's good. Another one. Not enough attendance for it to be a big deal for us. Charlton would have been a nice one though. Dorking, we don't want. There's not many attractive ties here, are there? Forest Green, I don't think get big enough attendances. Grimsby, again, there's not been any really tempting ones out of the hat yet. Notts County would be interesting. No. Rochdale. McDongs. Well, I mean, everyone knows they have no fans. Eastbourne, I mean, Eastbourne against Eastleigh, I thought they were the same place. We don't want to go all the way to Carlisle. Burton, what is it? I mean, is there anyone good in this? Right, we'll have this one, please. Reading away. This makes us £300,000 or £400,000, potentially. I don't actually know what attendances Reading get, but I feel like it's big. This is a moneymaker for us. Tamworth. Oh no! And it took Derby and Lincoln. All three of them would make us money. Oh, that's a hideous tie from our perspective. Right now, I think we're just looking for a home tie against a rubbish team and get that big money in the third round because, see, that's like the opposite of what we wanted. Chesterfield, second in the National League, so they're going to beat us, but we're not going to make any money from it. That's a shame. Ugh. Right, it'll be tomorrow's episode anyway, but I imagine we lose. And, I mean, what kind of attendances do Chesterfield get? Chesterfield, see. We'll make 100 grand if we're lucky here. Rubbish. Right, who are we playing now? Chester. Let's go and make ourselves feel better by walloping them. So, as usual, no changes for the team for the game against Chester. We do have a little bit of news, though. I'm more qualified than I was the last time I spoke to you. I've done my National A licence. I've asked to be sent on the next one. I think the next one is Continental C. I've just asked for it. They haven't replied to me yet, but fingers crossed I get to go and do my next coaching licence as well. They certainly can't tell me there's no money to be funding it with. Oh, in fact, now we've sold Singh, we can put some of that transfer budget. We can't put transfer budget into wages. That's unfortunate. I was hoping we might be able to balance the books a little bit there. But you know the starting 11 because it's always the same one. Let's get into the match and hopefully put on another show. We have been brilliant. We've not lost a match, and this is tempting fate. We've not lost a match since episode 2 of the series when we lost that second game of the season. Since then, we are on an undefeated run. Our goal difference is something else compared to the rest of the league. It shows how good our attack is, and we've kind of stemmed the flow of goals against us with the signings we've brought in at the back. And this team This team is rolling at the moment. The worry, of course, is when you have a big FA Cup draw, sometimes Football Manager is like, oh, your players are looking ahead at the big FA Cup time. We're not going to let you perform in the league. And that's something that does happen. I don't think Chesterfield are likely to get that kind of response out of us, but you never know. I could do without 5 or 6 games of us dreaming of a bendy church. Look, Chester. If you're not from the UK, look Chesterfield up. The kind of twists and the spire. Look them up, Chesterfield. Right, Finn with the in-swinging corner again. Their goalkeeper looked like he stumbled as he came out for that, and Aquay hits it from the edge of the area, but his shot goes high over the crossbar, remains 0-0, and I would very much like for us to score in this second half. We've been the better team comfortably, but the goals at the moment don't seem to be flowing. Oh, that's not ideal. Oh, God, if he's broken his leg, we've just given him all that money. I've literally just done that as long as we don't get injury speech. That could be an absolute disaster for our season. He's comfortably our best player. Well, I kind of don't care about this match anymore and just want to get to the post-match and see what injury we might be. Oh, if he's broken his leg. It was just an immediate red injury. Lower leg injury, wasn't it? We can't go months without Shakuna. He is so important to how we play, and we don't have anyone else who can come in and do that role, and we obviously don't have the money to replace him either. Finn is now not having a good game. The wheels are coming off. It's all going wrong. Right, Milnes can come off here. Oh no. Right. Offer some encouragement, but really, I think everyone's just thinking, is Shakuna okay? That's all we really care about. We want to go and find out. Come on, hurry up and finish the game. We'll take Cullinane Liebert off. Ederhan can go out to left back. And I mean, if we could grab a winner, I wouldn't be upset by it. Oh, I really did tempt fate, didn't I? Mohamed spills it just as we sell our long-serving goalkeeper. Has that been ruled out for offside? We might have got away with that. I hate turning points. Please don't let this be a turning point of the season. Things are going really nicely. Right. Back with Moyo. He plays the ball forward, looking for Creaney. Deacon doing his pressing forward best to come away with the ball. And now Ederhan. I've said his name 3 different ways on this episode now. Aquay tries to get the cross in. Second time we're asking Finn is there. Finn's brought down. Surely it hits the post. It comes back to Creaney. And if he's stayed onside, we've absolutely stolen one here. It's been disallowed. I don't even know what for. Offside? Foul? I mean, he looked a mile offside. It was a good finish, wasn't it? But I think if we can come away from this without losing, we're still 3 points clear at the top with a game in hand. I mean, that's all fine. But please don't tell me that this is a bad injury. Oh, I don't want to look. I don't want to look. I don't want to look. Is it bad? Okay. Okay, that's not as bad as it could have been. 3 to 4 weeks. He is going to miss the Chesterfield game probably. Well, I mean, actually, that's a month away. He might just be back for that. We might rush him back. But we've got to get through this run of 5 league games plus the start of the FA Trophy without him. But that could have been so much worse. Goodness me, was I panicked there. Right, we'll be back tomorrow for Chesterfield, second round of the FA Cup. If we can get our bank balance up to over £500,000, surely then they'll let me increase my wage budget just a smidgen so that it doesn't look like I'm over it, because that upsets me, especially when I've only done it by renewing contracts. I've barely signed anyone. Permanent. We've made 3 permanent signings and one of them we've already released. This is not my fault. If you enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.